Welcome back to Maine Tiny Homestead, and today we're going to plant the onions. Come along and I'll show you how they're doing. So today is onion planting day. Here's our baby seeds. These are the little onions that we started from seed. We started these just about a month ago, a few days shy of a month, and I've already trimmed them down 2 times, already cut them down, and today they're ready to go into the garden. I've already prepped this side of the bed where they're going to go, and now I'm adding a little bit of trifecta is what it's called, and I'll show you it. This is it right here, and I'm just adding it in to amend the soil and give it a little boost before I plant everything. So I'm going to work that in, and then we'll plant the onions. Now, the whole reason I planted these onion seeds in these paper pots was so that I could tear it away and not disturb the roots. On some plants, what you're usually doing is tipping this over to get the small plants out. But if you do that on onions, you're going to disturb the root system. So this is the reason that we did this. Now I'm just going to gently separate them. And these two are a little entwined. So what you can see here is I've carefully separated them. And right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 onions. So this is going to be great. I'm not going to open up too many at one time. It's kind of a cloudy day, and today's a great day to be doing this. You want to keep these roots moist while they're out in the open. So I'm only going to do 5 or 6 at a time. So here's the first row done. So what I did is I just put my fingers in so that the roots, because they're long, could just go straight down. And then I planted the plant kind of near the surface, but the roots are extended downward. And then I used this little rock as a measurer. This looks to be about 5 or 6 inches, and I kind of put it in between as I planted each one, so I would have a spacer so that these can get as big as they need to get, because these are Walla Walla onions. So I'm just going to continue to plant the rest of this bed. I'm not sure if they're all going to fit in here, and if they don't, I'll just have to put the rest in one of the other beds or in some buckets. So I just want to show you how easy it is to separate these when you do it in this paper block like this. And they're tall enough where the root system is all embedded in the paper in the bottom. So what I did, though, is I watered them this morning from the bottom so that everything would be really wet and easy to separate. And what I'm doing here is just gently separating them all and taking whatever roots go with it. So see how this paper is attached? I'm taking this whole thing now, and I'm going to plant this. So you have the roots down inside, but the top of the plant is at the top of the soil. Ever so gentle. Pulling them apart and only working with 1 or 2 at a time so you don't have the roots exposed to the light too long. Or let them dry out. You got to keep them moist. So see that? There you go. Look how long the root is. And then we'll just plant that one. So the good news is a lot of these came up. I planted 75 seeds, and so far in this bed I have 42. So what I'm going to have to do is figure out another spot for the rest of them. So after all was said and done, I didn't think I had as many as I really did. So in this bed, I had 42 onions. I had a lot more when I planted these 42, so I had to go into my other bed and I added quite a bit more. So I had 75 seeds, and guess how many I planted of onions? 70. Can you believe it? So hopefully these little guys will do well, and they'll all turn into onions. We'll see. But that's pretty exciting. That's a 93.5% germination rate, I believe. Something in that vicinity, but that's pretty darn high. And pretty excited about that. We'll pop over here and you can see the garlic. That's doing great right now. Took all the paper bags off of that and raked in a little bit of food for it, and that's going good as well. So thanks for watching Maine Tiny Homestead.